Next, I'm not putting out no cape for you. Had the baddies and the bad Exoticals march for her. So she said a lot.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I don't know if you guys heard the news about Zeus Network and the multiple people who had passed away, but I was paying attention to the story. I saw Exoticals United post something about it as well. But one of the women they had found her passed away, she had this footprint on the internet of saying a lot of colorist things and just off the wall things. And people are saying that's what led to, her death and whatnot. But I got this news from a YouTuber. Her channel name is Lovely T. I watch her stuff literally all the time. She recently got over 1 million views, so congrats to her. But I noticed that when she was reporting, there was kind of like zero to no empathy, honestly, which I totally get. And I think her exact words were, "Why would I cape for someone who is, disparaging Black women and dark-skinned women?" Which I totally get. But I mentioned that I didn't mention that she used the word exotical, like verbatim. And I think a lot of people, in the Black community definitely watch these videos and stuff like that, and they just choose not to speak on it. And I'm pretty sure EU mentioned this as well, about people basically not necessarily stealing content or anything like verbatim, but just talking points and stuff like that. So I definitely do find that interesting. But I want to show you guys the video of the woman and the type of stuff she was saying so you can make an opinion for yourself. So sit back and enjoy.
Was in Cleveland and what caused her death. Michelle Nix has the story tonight.
She loved being around people. She loved being the center of attention. She just wanted to be a positive or negative force in people's lives.
Influencer Reena Dunlap had tens of thousands of social media followers and knew how to get attention.
She also was very controversial, and I know a lot of people say, oh, she said negative things.
Reena was chasing her lifelong dream of being famous, hoping to one day land a gig on the reality show Baddies Midwest. But her dreams tragically ended when she was found dead inside of an abandoned home on Francis Avenue in Cleveland. Her family puzzled, wondering why she was in Cleveland in the first place.
Why was she in Cleveland? We don't have any connection to Cleveland at all, and we didn't know why. We didn't even know she was out of the state of Maryland.
Her family traveled here saying the petite 30-year-old hair and nails were done when her body was found, but she was dressed in large, uncharacteristic clothing, and detectives told the family there was no obvious signs of trauma.
They suspected that it was an overdose. I said my daughter's never used hard drugs. Talk to anybody. I will stake my life that the toxicology is going to come back, that she did not have any hard in her system.
The family now questions if Reena decided to travel to Cleveland for some reason on her own, or if something more sinister was involved. Her sister, Reena Dunlap, tells me they uncovered medical paperwork among her belongings.
She had gone to a crisis center at the end of her on November 29th here in Cleveland.
All that talking crazy to people. And when she ended up dead in that abandoned house, most people didn't talk about it. I mean, it was talked about on social media, but I didn't make any videos on it. I keep the same energy. If you're disrespecting Black people, I don't care if you're a Black man or a Black woman. Next, I'm not putting out no cape for you. Had the baddies and the bad Exoticals march for her. So she said a lot of just crazy things online about dark-skinned women, Black men, stuff like that. But again, that persona.
So this definitely reminds me of the Kane situation. And obviously this girl, you could tell she was going through a lot of mental things. So I don't want to excuse the behavior that she's done, but I actually want to tackle some of the things that she was saying. So she said something like, you should have treated a dark-skinned girl like that, like you hit the lottery with me. And obviously that's a crazy, wild statement to make, but I actually thought about it, and regardless of who people do and don't date in the Black community alone, having certain phenotypes and certain, a certain look, like we all know the featureism, texturism, all of that, people do see that as the genetic lottery, So it's not like these ideas are dumbfounded and this is just something that, she just came up with herself. Like, these are things that are perpetuated in the Black community, like from the age of birth, Like, as soon as you're born, people will say things like placenta perm, and you got to contour the nose so it doesn't stay big, or the baby's only light right now, it's going to get darker. So this is stuff like at the age of your birth, it's already being thrust onto you. You know what I mean? So something else that she said was disenfranchised and calling like black men broke and stuff like that. Well, if you look at dating culture, a lot of men are saying you're a gold digger for wanting an equal financial partner. So yeah, like disenfranchised, that's a part of their whole spill. So a lot of the stuff she was saying are things that, you know, people don't want to argue in one way, but when someone actually internalizes these things and acts on them, they're to blame. You know, so I think psychologically, any light skinned girl who is, you know, perpetuating, or mixed girl, whatever, this type of, or anyone like Afro Latina, you know what I mean? Anyone where you can black pass, but at the same time, you don't identify with black people, 100%. The same way a dark skinned black person can have that internalized colorism, or a woman could have internalized misogyny, light skinned women face that too. And I'm going to show you guys another clip of another light skinned girl from TikTok or something. She posted something, she's a light-skinned girl herself, and she was saying when another light-skinned girl tries to bond with me via hating dark-skinned women, and saying, you know, that's like a common experience for her. So I want to show you guys that video too.
That's really the issue right now. What a lot of people don't get is that the blacks, wait, hold on.
Now, while I'm sure this phenomenon does exist because I've seen multiple creators talking about it, I'm kind of like new to it, honestly, because me as a light-skinned person, and I really identify as caramel, because people are quick to say, you're not light-skinned, you're not like da-da-da-da-da-da. So even I have experienced humbling tactics with stuff like that. So, but yeah, I've never had anybody try to bond with me on that. If anything, you know, if someone's trying to bond with me with something that has to do with race, it's wanting me to be like a hotep, or like super pro-black, or, you know, trying to challenge my ideas on like religion and stuff like that. So I've never had that experience. Now, granted, I am more of like an introvert, so I'm sure if you get around and you get out more, this has happened to you maybe. And if it has, leave a comment, because I want to know how often this is. You know what I mean? Because I've been seeing a lot of these videos pop up as of recently, and there's nothing you can tell me to not make me believe that they're not watching this space and basically mirroring these talking points in their own way. Like how Exoticals United was saying that the digital footprint for dark-skinned black women when it comes to talking about race is feeling undesirable, feeling disenfranchised, feeling like they did not hit the genetic lottery. And, you know, as of recently, they're doing, she's jealous of you because you're dark skinned. You know, videos like that, which is great because I'm pretty sure that does happen. I think of Amara La Negra, where, you know, she's just so gorgeous and she's a dark skinned girl. And, you know, people kind of hate on her for that because she's so confident and she's not afraid to identify as she identifies, you know. People hated on her for that. So I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but I'm definitely seeing more of these videos. So if this has happened to you, whether dark skin, light skin, I would love to hear about it. So please leave a comment and have a beautiful day.